So we're going to get started in 5 minutes with the actual discussion about the chakras. So come on in, welcome in, tap the screen if you'd like, help spread some light and love through the universe today, through your tapping. And we have, so many good things today. We're going to do a grounding exercise to kick off in about 5 minutes. She's slow going this morning for some reason, but you know, if we have 1 or 2 of us in here, we will be able to work through this together. So no problem. And people are really not expecting me until 10 o'clock, So I'm reading a couple of different books. Saturday night, we did a book reading of Finding Serenity, my book. It went really, really well. I haven't posted it yet. I don't really know if I am going to. I may do another reading completely separate and record it so that it's a clean recording and then put it as a preview to the book. I may do that. Then last night we did our chakra meditation with some Reiki built in, and it went really, really well. That is posted up on the tube. So if you want to check that out, you know where to find that. That is, what else do we have for announcements? We're still working on Finding Serenity book for a book club after our morning practice. Christina, how are you doing today, love? After our morning practice, we are going to probably read one more chapter of my book for book club. So if you're part of book club and you want to be reading Finding Serenity and discussing it, you can stay after morning practice and we'll do that together this week. So I think that's how we'll proceed with book club. Thank you, Jen. Thanks so much. Maybe I'll do this every time. Send some Reiki. Divine fingers. So yeah, we're just getting started with some grounding here. And if you want to join me in a grounding exercise now, basically what we're going to do is we're going to bring our hands together at the heart center, and our elbows are at about 30 degrees, and our fingertips are under our nose, and we're going to come together, closing down the eyes or softening the gaze, whichever feels safer to you. And we're just going to start to come to the breath, okay? And you're going to bring your focus to your fingertips. And we're going to do this we're going to focus on the breath, and we're going to focus on our fingertips. And you'll notice that very, very quickly brings you to center. As soon as you start to come into focus. Just continue to breathe, focusing on the breath. Do this with your gaze at your fingertips still. Allowing yourself to fall into a calming place of undistracted being. So if you're practicing with us right now, You have your hands together at heart center, sort of, and then just raised up just under the nose, elbows at 30 degrees. Gaze is softened, brought down to the fingertips, and we're focusing on the fingertips for another couple of minutes. Grounding in this space, setting our intention. Welcome back, Pam, my love. Thank you. Just stay in that position for just another moment. You can bring your hands down to your sides. Then we're going to perform a little meditation for the root chakra. This is a grounding exercise to start off the entire practice, but then we're going to do some lesson on the root chakra, and then we're going to meditate on the root chakra. So just right now, we are grateful for this grounding healing. And at the end of the discussion on the root chakra, we'll come back to that grounding exercise, because there's actually a few questions on there that we can ask ourselves to assess whether or not we're grounded. And that would be a great way of assessing whether or not we are balanced in our root chakra. So I've got lots of random information on the root chakra this morning. Just to get us started though, who in the room is already familiar with the chakras? Who in the room is familiar with the chakras? I know we have some for sure. Mirai, you probably are. I know you're driving, so just drive safe. You are, Pam, great. And I'm sure Salty Cupcake, you probably are as well. So this morning is really going to be just an open discussion. We're going to have a look at whether or not we could possibly be imbalanced in this chakra. I know from the meditation that we did last night that we definitely, as a collective, have some imbalances in this area, for sure. So that's why I thought, well, why not spend the rest of the week talking about how we can bring balance back. So that's what we're going to do. Root chakra, responsible for our safety. So if we don't feel safe, like right away, we're imbalanced. And in fact, if we feel fear at all, in any way, shape, or form, we can experience this in an imbalance in the root chakra. And it's responsible for our basic trust. Our basic trust. We have a flash goal, you guys. So I've pinned it up there for us. It's 3 individual clappy hands. Just so in case you would like to participate in the gift goal that TikTok has sent us. 3 from 3 different people, Pam. But thank you so much, my love. I appreciate your gift. So 3 different people is what they look for. So the root chakra, Muladhara chakra, we last night used our red jasper. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more in depth about the crystals itself. Where the heck did it go? Where does my red jasper go? Woohoo! Yay, Pam! Thanks for the support, my love. So we're going to come back to the grounding. Where are the crystals? There they are. You guys don't know this maybe, but I have a chronic illness, so I spend a lot of time in my bed. That's why I do my lives from my bed, because of my pain. So I also surround myself in all of this stuff because I live alone. So I have a big king size bed and I live alone. So half of my work is spread out on the other side of the bed. Okay, so red jasper, here's the stone here. That's what the stone looks like. That's red jasper. And it's a grounding stone. Grounds you in your physical presence. Builds strength and resilience. And instills deep security. Oh yeah, Pam? I'm glad I'm not alone then. So I'm going to take out all of the red crystals that I have right now. That might actually be the only one. But I also like to use, let me see, for grounding. Definitely red jasper is the one, I think the one that I have. So what's really cool is, if you noticed last night, I used various sounds and crystals to help balance the root chakra, but I didn't spend a ton of time on each one because it doesn't, then the meditation would have been super, super long. Yes, copper is good for grounding, and we talked about that last week. I've got some copper shoes. I got copper shoes, like shoes with copper inserts in them, and that's an excellent way to ground. So thank you, Pam, for that. So here are some other crystals that you can use for the root chakra, okay? So I have red jasper with me, but we can use hematite. I actually have some hematite on some bracelets that I have. We can use black agate, smoky quartz, which I do have a little bit of smoky quartz somewhere. I might have given it to my daughter. I don't see it. Okay. Bronzite, red aventurine, and the mudra or hand position. We bring our hands together, and then you fold 3 of the fingers together so that you only have, it's like this hand gesture here. If you're driving, just be careful, but that's what we're looking for the mudra for the root chakra. So what you can do is you can bring your hands into this mudra, and when you're meditating to balance out, yes, exactly, James Bond. When you're meditating, you can bring the hand posture to the heart center or even to the root chakra itself, and you would do your meditation saying your chants or your affirmations or whatever you're going to do, whatever you're going to use to bring balance to that root chakra. You can use that hand position or mudra. So the characteristics of the root chakra, again, Muladhara, influences our thoughts about safety, security, and our ability. So if we're not trusting in our own ability to accomplish things, this means that we have some imbalances right off the bat in our root chakra. Or could have, at least. It's responsible for our feelings of whether or not our needs are being met. When it's imbalanced, we feel inflexible, angry, maybe some burning desires. greed, jealousy. So issues can show up as an unfocused mind, not reaching your goals, unable to stay still, mental fatigue, and elements of arthritis. So this is really crazy, because a lot of the time we don't really think of these things, and it's whether or not you believe in energy healing and whether or not you believe in the energy centers themselves. We have imbalances, we know, without even checking the energy on it. We know we have some imbalances in this area. I do, for sure. Blee, did you sneak in here? It's Nisi. How are you doing? Good morning. Grand rising, my love. So it actually can affect, Heather, good morning. It actually can affect our reproductive system, our tailbone, pelvis, legs, and feet. So if you have pain showing up in your legs and your feet and your pelvic area, your hips, then this could be an indication that you've got some imbalance. I am probably going to be, if you are in the Serenity Tribe group, I will put in there a link to a yoga practice that a friend of mine has put on the tube. Thank you, Pam. Thanks for showing off the stickers. So I will put that yoga practice in the chat. So if you don't have access to that group chat and you would like to have access to that group chat, please send me a message. I have sent all of those who I thought might like to come an invitation. But that's a place where I'm going to be able to communicate things that we talk about. Sweetest Collection, thank you for following. Well, that's a place that we're going to be able to talk more in depth and like discuss tools that we would like to use to bring balances, because Reiki is not the only tool. Reiki is not the only tool. Crystal's not the only tool. Yoga is fantastic for balancing out your chakra system. The movement gets the juices flowing, gets the blood pumping. Okay, so affirmations that we can use for the root chakra. I am supported at all times. I am supported at all times. I am supported at all times. So what's cool is you can use aromatherapy too. And some of the aromatherapy that you can use is cedarwood, patchouli, thyme, sandalwood, vetiver, which I actually like to put. I used to have vetiver a lot, and ginger. And these can provide, like if you have a diffuser, you can diffuse these various, and be careful of pets. Be careful of pets. Just look up what's safe for your pets. Please don't come back and say you told me it could use these incense and these things and and it wasn't good for the pets, because that wouldn't be good. Okay, so another affirmation we can use is I am open to give and receive. I am open to give and receive. I am open to give and receive. And speaking of yoga, we can use mountain pose. If you're familiar with yoga, you can use mountain pose, or you can look up mountain pose. And you can use that, and garland pose, if you're familiar, is another one for the root chakra. So I personally, following this live, am going to do a yoga practice. That's the link that I'm going to send you in the group chat. And I'm going to practice this yoga practice to bring some balance, because I personally feel in the hips, the legs, the feet, the ankles, all of the pain and imbalance. So that's what I'm going to do. For sound therapy, we've actually got in the background right now as we speak our root chakra healing frequency. The sound is the vowel ah, and the intention is I am. I am. Frequency is 396. So that is the information regarding the root chakra that we are going to cover. So I have got our sage. Oh, kept being deleted. Why is that, I wonder? I'm just trying to get this sage lit here. We're going to cleanse the area. And then we're going to use our crystal, and we're going to do a little bit of a Reiki meditation. There we go. Cleanse the area. Just need a little bit of a cleanse in here. I don't know why it's easy. I do have a filter on right now for comments because last night was bananas. And I'm just going to leave this to smolder. Now, find a comfortable seat if you're not already cozy, and say to yourself, I acknowledge the presence of my higher self, my guides, and all beings of love and light that walk with me. I welcome their guidance and inspiration during this healing meditation. Breathe in a fragrance like cedar wood or patchouli, if you've got it. You can diffuse it, incense, candle. We've got the sage burning right now. We've got our red jasper crystal ready. I am supported at all times. And I'm just going to send a little bit of Reiki energy with this as well, you guys. I am a beloved child of the Creator and choose to embrace life. I am always safe and secure, being supported by loving beings. I am open to give and receive. I am here to experience this life, not to escape from it. I'm here to experience life, not to escape from it. I'm grounded to Mother Earth and can support myself. I am grounded to Mother Earth and I can support myself. Let's just take a few moments here. I am safe. I am safe. I have everything I need. I have everything I need. I release any root chakra related contracts, agreements, beliefs, limitations, rules. Deep breaths. Bindings that no longer serve my highest good. I hand them over for Spirit to correct them. And I would rather see that I am safe above all else. I am grateful for this healing, and so it is. I am grateful for this healing, and so it is. And we're just going to spend the next 7 minutes, you guys, in this space of absorbing the sound. Not going to rush it. Feel free to repeat any of the affirmations that you need. I have everything I need. It's Nisi. Thank you. I have everything I need. And I'm going to do a little bit of sweeping. A little bit of sweeping. I don't know if you can hear that. And I'm just clearing away any of the feelings, clearing away any of the thoughts, any of the false beliefs, clearing and sweeping. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, love. All of the negative energy out of our space. Okay, so as I continue the Reiki healing, can you guys share in the chat some of your ideas of how we can move forward and ground today? How can we move forward and ground? Does anybody have any grounding ideas for the day? We're going to do another grounding exercise. Good, it's Nisi, I'm glad. A walk in nature, Pam says. Yes, I think I'm going to do that. I'm either going to do yoga or a walk or both. Maybe definitely a walk with my grounding shoes. Maybe that would be a good idea. Yeah, walk in nature barefoot would be ideal. A meditation, yes. I love that. Oh, yes. It's Nisi shares another good one. Inhale to the count of 5. Exhale with a hum. for the count of 8. That's a really good one. That will ground you. That's like bee breath. There's another name for it, but that's bee breath. Humming is so great. Activates the vagus nerve and your parasympathetic nervous system. Pick flowers. I love this. Oh, I love that. Isabel, great idea. 6,000 taps, you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for all of the ways that you're spreading love and light this morning. I'm going to look up some other grounding ideas for us here in 3 minutes. We're just sending a bit of Reiki this morning, and then we're going to, at the tail end of our practice, send loving Reiki into our Reiki box as well. So if you have a Reiki box entry, then you will receive that Reiki for that specific intention this morning. Just so you guys know, I'm also going to start offering card readings. I'm also going to start offering card readings. I do not know how exactly I'm going to offer that, but it's probably going to be by video. Taking care of your body. Yes, spa treatment. Yes, Pam. Cleaning the body. That's another amazing root chakra activity. Billy Joe, welcome in. Root chakra healing happening here this morning. My name is Katrina. You can call me Kat. This is the Serenity Room. And we are just sending a little bit of Reiki this morning for that root chakra. We've got our red jasper in hand. So the card readings, I'm probably going to start offering those as videos that I send. Like to do a separate video for a reading. Epsom salts bath, yes. Feeling the energy, amazing. Amazing. There we go. Take a moment just to relax, breathe it all in. You should start to feel a little more calm now. Hello, my friend. There we go. And I'm going to do some head scratches. Some head scratches, because those always feel really good. And I don't have the sounds that go with it, like some of the ASMR artists, which is really great. But this is just me massaging the top of the scalp. Holding the face. Allow yourself to feel held. Allow yourself to feel held. Imagine I'm there with you, and we're just making you feel safe and held and secure. Tila? We are doing a little Reiki healing this morning. Oh, yeah. Pam, great idea. Treat yourself to a Reiki session in your local community. That's a great idea. Great idea. Let's keep those ideas going in the chat, you guys. Anything that you can think of that would be helpful for us today to balance our root chakra, throw it in the chat. We're here to gather ideas for how we can bring balance while we do this Reiki healing. That's amazing, Pam. Maritime Girl, welcome in. I'm just going to remove any of the obstacles in your way today. Obstacles, challenges, roadblocks, all gone. What would you do with this day if you had no challenges and you felt completely safe and fearless? What would you do with this day? Plant a tree or a shrub with the intention of whatever it is you need grounding in? Yes, I love this. Listen to, oh, I love that. Ludo. Okay, I'm just going to pin this. Plant a tree. I'm going to pin that one too. Me, myself, and I. Welcome in, my friend. Oh, mystical tarot candle. Amazing. Great idea. Feel free to continue to tap the screen, share the live, welcome in. My name is Katrina, or Kat. You can call me Kat. We're just sending grounding, healing energy for the root chakra today. No way. Played his piano on an iceberg in Antarctica. Wow. I wish I could pronounce his name. Ludovico Einaudi. Ludovico Einaudi. Did I say that right? Close? Perfect. Perfecto. I know I said I was only going to do this until 10:30, but I really felt inspired that we needed more than just a few minutes. have the remainder of a grounding exercise for you. And if you remember, we have our Muladhara chakra hand gesture or mudra, and we called it the James Bond position, okay? So we're just going to bring our hands in our mudra at our heart center. Thank you, Pam. And we're going to just repeat some of our affirmations. Repeating some of our affirmations before we do Reiki on the Reiki box for the end of the morning. So with your hands, you can set your phone down if you can. And with your hands in your Muladhara mudra, you begin to focus on your fingertip if you want, or soften the gaze. Pam, 200 minutes together. I love this for us. And we're going to repeat these affirmations. We're going to repeat these affirmations. I am supported at all times. I know we're hitting it home today. We're driving it home today. And if we have blocks to love's presence, if we're having a difficulty getting to this place, if this practice here today is not enough to get you to a space where you feel free and peaceful and safe, and there's still fear blocking you, I offer coaching. I offer one-on-one coaching. So please feel free to reach out to me in my inbox, and I will respond. I am supported at all times. I am always safe and secure. I am always safe and secure. I am being watched over by loving beings. I'm being watched over by loving beings. I love this one the best. I am here to experience this life, not to escape from it. I am here to experience this life. 10,000 taps, you guys. Thank you so much. I am here to experience life, not to escape it. Exactly. So those affirmations didn't take as long as I expected. So we're going to get ready to send Reiki to our Reiki box. If you are new, basically, if you're new to the community, basically what we do is every morning we collect intentions for our Reiki box, and I have a donation request here for the Reiki box entry. You can set an intention, and then I put them in the Reiki box. So there's ones from last week here still. So I don't take them out. Because what's the point of the universe is not on a budget, so we can send as much Reiki as we want. So I keep them in here. So if you're somebody who needs a little bit of extra Reiki energy sent your way today for a specific intention, that's what we do. So that's what I've got here. Hey Seb, how are you doing? So that is what we're doing. So I'm going to send a little bit of Reiki this morning. For our Reiki blocks. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Seb. Hufflepuffer, good morning. How are you this morning? Oh, that energy this morning. Holy smokes. Intention is to support yourself. Yes, Pam. Oh, yeah. Thank you, my lovey. I just have to find my pen here. I'm so great, Hufflepuffer. Yes, I love this for you, Pam. I have your intention in there, Pam. And we're going to put that in the Reiki box as well. So if anybody else would like to participate and throw an intention into the Reiki box, I have my donation request here. Sending loving light from the spirit guides of the highest good and compassion, from all of our spirit animals, spirit guides, angels, whatever speaks to you, remembering that they're with you at all times. You're never alone. You have this community, and when I say I'm here for you, when I say, listen, when I say I'm here for you, I mean that. I mean that. When I say I'm trying to build a community of like-minded people who want to spread love and light, I mean that. You have my promise that that's what I'm here for. I don't know if you guys all know who I am, but I spent 18 years, well, just shy of 18 years, 1 month shy of 18 years in the military, burning myself out. And I do this healing work to bring balance back into my own life. I share it with you because it helps me to solidify the information that I'm learning, helps me stay on track. I'm a little bit ADHD or ADD, so I'm neurospicy as well. And so I'm quirky as heck. And I welcome everyone. It's an inclusive environment. The only thing we do not allow, you have to show up as your true authentic self. And the only thing we don't allow is abuse and any form of harassment. And we protect each other's energy. So sometimes we have, last night was wild. We had a lot of different things show up in the chat last night, and I have no idea why. I I don't know if we didn't put enough protection around the space or what, but what a wild night that was. And it's Nisi, she was trying to block and I was trying to block, and it just was wild. So today we placed some protection around this space. So you're safe here. We have some lovely people watching. That itself is morning practice. We're going to stick around for about 10 more minutes. We can chat about anything you want to chat about with regards to the morning. So Q&A session. And then I am going to continue reading my book a little bit this morning. So if you want to stick around for that, you can do that. Whichever you would like to do. $11,000 taps, you guys. Thank you so much. How did everybody find that? Did you guys find that helpful? Is there anything that you found, like the sound we liked, the crystals I liked? I only have one red jasper. I wouldn't mind to get more root chakra crystals. So tomorrow we're going to move to the sacral chakra, and that's going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time. You will notice that I have started to communicate my timings in both so that you guys can know where and when to find me. Pam, thank you for liking the live, my love. I appreciate that very much. Okay, well, if we don't have any questions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to read. If you want to stick around. Yes, 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. Good point. Good point. Yes, if you could pin that up, that's amazing. Thank you so much for that. It's Nisi. Thank you, thank you. So we are here daily, 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. And we are basically learning everything we can possibly learn on how to bring peace and balance to our lives. So, book club pick of the month was Salty Cupcake actually picked my book of the month. And that book is my book, Finding Serenity Through the Power of Forgiveness, which I have a copy around here somewhere. There's a few products that I have out actually. So I'm going to show those to you now. Thanks, Mirai. Maybe I'm going to show you my book. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. So there's my book, Finding Serenity Through the Power of Forgiveness. You can find it in my bio or it's on the rainforest there. I heard that referred to the rainforest. And so are these other things. I have a planner So if you are feeling like scatter-minded, then you can help your mind relax with planned, purposeful activities throughout the week to bring balance to your life. So I have that product on there as well. And then the last thing I have, which is new and you guys haven't seen yet, is this journal that I just created. It doesn't have a lot. It has 300 pages, and it just has an introductory page of what we're doing around here. So like morning pages, you can use it for forgiveness work. It's just some ideas of what you can use it for in the front there. And then the pages, I've got videos on this as well. One of our friends asked about journaling, so I'm going to be doing a video this morning on journaling, and then I will include that there as well. So that's that. Next, we're going to read the next chapter in Finding Serenity. Does anybody have any questions, concerns, or anything like that before we get started on reading? No? So I just have a little bit of a trigger warning before I get started on reading. Just know that there are at times some, especially in this section, there is information regarding neglect, childhood neglect, that sort of thing. So you'll want to just be aware of that. If it does trigger you, know that I'm here for support, for starters, and second, you know, do what aligns with you with regards to staying. Okay. Attempting to Escape, Chapter 3. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you just how many times my mother tried to take her own life. Every time I was terrified as she sat and talked to me about what she was about to do and what would come of me. She would tell me that I would be better off without her. Sometimes I wondered if she was right. Sorry it started off with a bang, you guys. This is root chakra information right here. This is how we end up not feeling safe in our root chakra. Yeah. Sometimes I wondered if she was right. I would beg her not to follow through with it. She would try anyhow, and she would fail, thankfully. On one particular day, we lived on Britton Street, up the street from my maternal grandmother. My mom got out Anyway, she attempted. I'm not going to read this part, but she attempted. And I knew something big was about to happen. She'd decided that life was no longer worth living. And this was not the first time, but what differed on this occasion was that she wouldn't wait until I wasn't around. She drank everything she had in the house. She had a bottle of empty pills beside her and told me to go down to my nanny's house to call the cops because Mommy was going now. I ran breathlessly down to my grandmother's house, terrified that I'd just seen her for the last time. I got help from my aunt to call the police and raced back up the hill. When I returned to the apartment, the paramedics were already inside with her. I was hoping that they would take her. At least they would know how to save her. I didn't know what to do if they didn't take her with them. When they finally came out, it was with an empty stretcher. They said they couldn't take her because she was still conscious. I wasn't sure why they couldn't take me or offer to take me. Perhaps no one realized that I was her daughter and alone. They left me there nonetheless. I spent the next who knows how many hours waiting for her to awaken out of her stupor. I share with you a poem now that I wrote in recollection of all those times that I sat at my mother's side afraid that I wouldn't be able to stop her and that this would be the time that she was successful. With no phone, I had no one to call. We moved so often that I had no one close to run to. Only once did we live close enough for my grandmother to call the ambulance. They didn't take her. They told her to sleep it off. I sat by her side the entire day as she slept it off, alone. So the poem, I can't really say the exact words on here, so I'm just going to amend it a little bit, but it's called Attempted. An empty bottle of pills rests beside an empty bottle of Alpine. Her hair is raveled and mascara has created smudges underneath her tropical blue eyes. I lift her head to check her pulse, though faint, it still exists. An imprint of flowers from the tablecloth rests deep within the flesh of her forehead. I sit in the chair next to her, my head in my hands, I cry. Why does she have to do this to me, to herself? She awakens and a sigh escapes my throat. I stagger as I guide her off to bed. With a mother's tenderness for a sick child, I place her under the blankets and tuck her in. I'm afraid to leave her side just yet. If she needs me, I will be here. My 7-year-old body feels much older now. I will not sleep until she's safe. Then one day, when she got her wish to leave what she perceived to be an unbearable existence, I would be left wondering if I could have saved her if I'd not left her alone. So that was chapter 3, you guys. I'm not going to read much more than that today. There's a lot that happens in our past. There's a lot that happens in our past that brings up triggers in our present moment. Okay? And that creates those feelings of the lack of feeling safe. So what we have to do in order to feel safe again is present our body with situations in which we feel safe. That's how we rewire our brains. That's how we create new pathways so that we can live feeling safe again. What do you think? We could read more of the book. Do you want to read more in Sneezy? We can totally read more if you want. But I just wanted to read a little bit of it, a sample at least, to get you guys. Oh no. Yeah, it was I definitely didn't have the opportunity as a child to feel safe. And there are so many people that have the same experience. It's why I share the tools that I share with you, because I've used all of these tools to get myself to a place where I feel safer and more at ease. So I know that there are challenges that you have faced in your past. And I know that there are times when we feel unsafe in our present moment. We feel triggered, we feel upset, we feel grievances. We sometimes don't even know why we're upset. I can help you with that. I do coaching. I do one-on-one coaching. The links are all in my bio. I do ask a small fee. I am charging a fraction of the cost that others would charge for that coaching. That's because I also need to feed my family. Queen Fairy, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Welcome, my love. Number 18 in the fan club. Thank you so much. How are you? You have lovely energy. Wonderful. Yeah, so if you do decide that you want to work with me, we can work together. I can incorporate card readings. I can incorporate Reiki. I can incorporate yoga recommendations. So we're going to work to balance our nervous systems together. We're going to work to bring feelings of peace and safety. And I'm not going to go just yet. I'm not going to log off just yet because I want to read to you a couple of pieces of wisdom, from this book Pema Chodron wrote called When Things Fall Apart. Okay, when things fall apart, when you've burnt yourself out, or when there's a divorce, or when there's trauma in any way, we can rely on the heart guidance, the heart advice in this book. Thank you for the share, love. Pam, how are you? If you could pin that up, it's Nisi. We're reading, it's the book Pema Chodron wrote called When Things Fall Apart. And I'm not going to read the whole book, but I do want to give you some pieces of advice out of it. She says, if we commit ourselves to staying right where we are, then our experience feels very vivid. Things become very clear where there's nowhere to escape. So, interestingly, we have a habit of burning ourselves out with activities that keep the mind busy. What she's saying now is that if we absorb ourselves into the present moment, we're going to see how we're really feeling. Things are going to become clear, and there's nowhere to escape. I'm just looking to see here. No one ever tells us to stop running away from fear, she says. We are very rarely told to move closer, to just be there, to become familiar with fear. I once asked the Zen master Kobun Chino Roshi how he related with fear, and he said, I agree. But the advice we usually get is to sweeten it up, smooth it over, take a pill, distract ourselves. By all means, make it go away. We don't need that kind of encouragement because dissociating from fear is what we do naturally. Sometimes when we're cornered, everything falls apart and we run out of options for escape. There's nowhere to hide. Nevertheless, when the bottom falls out and we can't find anything to grasp, it hurts a lot. Things falling apart is a kind of testing and also a kind of healing. We think that the point is to pass the test or to overcome the problem, but the truth is that things don't really get solved. They come together and they fall apart. They come together again and fall apart again. Hello, good morning. It's just like that. The healing comes from letting there be room for all this to happen. Room for grief, room for relief, for misery, for joy. Letting there be room for not knowing is the most important thing of all. When things fall apart and we're on the verge of we know not what, the test for each of us is to stay on that brink and not concretize. The spiritual journey is not about heaven and finally getting to a place that's really swell. In fact, the way of looking at things is what keeps us miserable. Thinking that we can find some lasting pleasure and avoid pain is what Buddhism is called samsara, a hopeless cycle that goes round and round endlessly, causes us to suffer greatly. The first noble truth of the Buddha points out that suffering is inevitable for human beings. Thank you, Christina. As long as we believe that things last, they don't disintegrate. They don't disintegrate. They can be counted on to satisfy our hunger for security. So I'm going to read that again. The first noble truth of the Buddha points out that suffering is inevitable for human beings as long as we believe that things last, that they don't fall apart. As long as we believe that things don't fall apart, as long as we believe that things don't disintegrate, we can count on them to satisfy our hunger for security. From this point of view, the only time we ever know what's really going on is when the rug's been pulled out and we can't find anywhere else to land. That's right, Christina, pain doesn't last either. We use the situations either to wake ourselves up or to put ourselves to sleep. Right now, in this very instant of groundlessness, is the seed of taking care of those who need our care and of discovering our goodness. So what she's saying is pain doesn't last, suffering doesn't last, joy, all of these states of being are impermanent. And as soon as we think that it's going to last and that it's going to save us, that's when it sometimes can feel like the rug has been pulled out beneath us and we hit rock bottom. We have an experience of awakening often at rock bottom when we say, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to suffer anymore. There has to be another way. Anybody in the chat ever feel like that? There has to be another way. Come on in. Welcome in, you guys. My name is Kat. Thanks for being here. I am a yoga instructor, meditation instructor, an author, mom, a friend, and we're studying and reading about how the heck to cope when we feel groundless. And one of the books we can read for that is When Things Fall Apart by Pema Chodron. So I'm just reading excerpts out of here, things that I've highlighted. My kids I have twin 13-year-old girls, and I have a 17-year-old boy. That's why it's so quiet in my house. So most of us do not take these situations, these rock bottom moments where we feel nailed by life, as teachings. We automatically hate them. We run like crazy. We use all kinds of ways to escape. All addictions stem from this moment when we meet our edge and we just can't stand it. We feel we have to soften it, pad it with something, and we become addicted to whatever is that seems to ease the pain. In fact, the rampant materialism that we see in the world stems from this moment. There are so many ways that we have dreamt up to entertain away from the moment, soften its hard edge, Deaden it so that we don't have to feel the full impact of the pain that arises when we cannot manipulate the situation to make us come out looking fine. Meditation is an invitation to notice when we reach our limit and to not get carried away by hope and fear. Through meditation, we're able to clearly see what's going on with our thoughts and emotions, and we can also let them go. What's encouraging about meditation is that even if we shut down, we can no longer shut down in ignorance. True. We see very clearly that we're closing off. That in itself begins to illuminate the darkness of ignorance. We're able to see how we run and hide and keep ourselves busy so that we never have to let our hearts be penetrated. And we're also able to see how we could open and relax. So I'm just going to read you one more little story out of here, and then I'm going to go for the day, because I've been here almost an hour and a half. So she says, the first time I met Trungpa Rinpoche was with a class of fourth graders who asked him a lot of questions about growing up in Tibet and about escaping from the Chinese communists into India. One boy asked him if he was ever afraid. Rinpoche answered that his teacher had encouraged him to go to places like graveyards that scared him and to experiment with approaching things he didn't like. Then he told a story about traveling with his attendants to a monastery he'd never seen before. As they neared the gates, a large guard dog with huge teeth and red eyes approached. It was growling ferociously and struggling to get free from the chain that held it. The dog seemed desperate to attack them. As Rinpoche got closer, he could see his bluish tongue and spittle spraying from its mouth. They walked past the dog, keeping their distance, and entered the gate. Suddenly, the chain broke, and the dog rushed at them. The attendants screamed and froze in terror. Rinpoche turned and ran as fast as he could, straight at the dog. The dog was so surprised that he pulled his tail between his legs and ran away. And the moral of the story, my friends, is what? What do you think the moral of the story is for today? We create safety within ourselves. Safety does not come from out there, and the external circumstances don't need to change for us to face our fears. If we face them head on, then we may just have those fears running away. Yes, we can find safety within. Yes. It's Nisi. That's a long conversation to have. Let's see if I can explain it. We're going to come back to that one. I'm going to do a whole live on that one. Finding safety within. Because it is possible. Definitely possible. Well, my loves, I need to get to another appointment, and I need to get to some other activities in my day. I hope that you have a most wonderful, wonderful morning or evening. I hope that this practice today has brought you some sense of safety, well-being, maybe some awareness of areas that we all might need to nourish ourselves to cultivate that feeling of safety. We will talk more. Definitely we'll do a whole live on cultivating safety from within. Lots and lots of love to you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying. I may be back this evening. If I am back this evening, we're basically going to do a very light and breezy live, just casually chatting, and we'll talk some more about the root chakra and what we can do to balance out that chakra, to cultivate those feelings of safety. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Lots of love to you. I will put out an invite. It's Nisi for the time for tonight. I will put out an invite. I'm not sure yet. Probably 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern. Let's go with that. Steve, thank you for the repost. Does that sound good? Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll do that. 8 p.m. my time. Very, very casual. Not a very long live. I'll be doing some card readings as well, I think. Yes. So I'll see you in the morning, love. I hope you all have a great day. Lots of